Welcome to the Rare Plant Monitoring Program training. This training will be broken into numerous videos that walk volunteers through the process of preparing for a rare plant survey, conducting the survey, and submitting data. This video will discuss tools volunteers can use to navigate to rare plant populations they are looking for. I will not discuss using a handheld GPS unit for navigation, though these are certainly useful tools that many people have and are well suited for the kind of work Rare Plant Monitoring Program volunteers are doing. However, the myriad models make explaining their use difficult, and their relatively high cost may prevent some volunteers from using them. Instead, this video will focus on free tools available for use on smartphones and tablets. We will end the video talking about another important and relatively cheap navigational tool, the compass. When you request a survey assignment, you will receive 3 files: an aerial map, a topographic map, and a PDF of other important information that will help you with your survey, like directions to the site, GPS coordinates, population size, the date the population was last observed, and habitat description. We do not have GPS coordinates for all rare plant populations, but when we do, they will be highlighted. There are many ways to use your smartphone or tablet to navigate to GPS coordinates on your survey assignment. The first we will talk about is Google Maps, which is free and can be accessed as an app on your smartphone or tablet, as well as on your home computer. Be sure that your GPS on your mobile device is on. This can usually be toggled on or off in your location or privacy settings on your device. It's important to remember that the GPS on your device is not affected by your cell reception. So even if you aren't getting a signal, you should still be able to see your location. To navigate to a known location, simply type the GPS coordinates from your survey assignment into the Search Google Maps bar in the upper left of the computer screen. Be sure to include a comma and space between the latitude and longitude, and omit any letters like N for north or W for west. After clicking Enter or the magnifying glass, Google Maps will zoom to the coordinates you entered, and a red pin will be dropped at that location. You can toggle between the street level map and the satellite or aerial map by clicking the box in the lower left of the map screen. When you travel to the site, you will show up on the map as a moving blue dot similar to the one shown here. As you walk toward the pinned GPS coordinates, you can zoom in on the map to get better detail of the area and tell how close you are until your location overlaps with the red pin. At this point, you are at the GPS coordinates provided in your survey assignment. One downside of Google Maps is that the satellite imagery cannot be downloaded for offline use. If you think you'll be traveling somewhere without cell reception, then you will have to prepare for the possibility that you won't be able to access this valuable visual layer. One option is to cache the satellite imagery on your phone or tablet. Think of this as your device having a limited amount of storage space that can be used to recall things it has done recently. If you zoom into the site you'll be surveying while you still have cell reception, then your device will store this imagery in its cache, and it will be accessible to you even after you lose cell reception. The device's cache is limited though, and should not be trusted to store more than one site's worth of imagery per day. Another free tool you can use for navigating to rare plant locations is called Avenza Maps. It's a free app available for phones and tablets, and I highly recommend using it for Rare Plant Monitoring Program surveys. As mentioned earlier, each survey assignment will come with 2 maps. These maps are geo-referenced, meaning that when you open them using certain software on your phone or tablet, your location will appear on the map. Once you download Avenza Maps onto your phone or tablet, you can load the map that was emailed to you by the program coordinator. Here is an example of a topographic map showing locations of a rare violet at Newport State Park, Door County. This is also what the map will look like when opened in Avenza. As you drive toward the park, your location will appear on the map. As you hike toward the rare plant location, you will see your own location move until it overlaps the area where the rare violets were found. Avenza is nice because it cuts down on the amount of programs you need to navigate to rare plant locations. Instead of using one app for navigating and one app for looking at the map from your survey assignment, Avenza allows you to do both at the same time. Also, the maps you load into Avenza are not dependent on cell reception, including aerial maps, so you won't have to worry about caching imagery as with Google Maps or not having access to it altogether. There are a number of free and for-pay navigating apps that can be used in the field. Here are some examples with information on basic features and what systems they are compatible with. A compass is another important tool for navigating in the field, especially when you'll be hiking long distances away from roads or trails. Although it may not seem as precise as a smartphone or handheld GPS unit, it can be more reliable in that it doesn't require a battery or cell service. However, few people take a compass with them in the field, so we'll take a few minutes to review how they can be used for navigation. Here's an example of a rare plant that is located in a forested area south of South Crabtree Road. The best access is from the north, near the bend in South Crabtree Road, so you park the car there and gather your things for the survey. You want to use a compass to navigate to the general area of the rare plant, and then you'll switch to using your smartphone to hone in on the precise GPS coordinates where it was last found. Pulling out your paper map of the site that you received in your survey assignment, you first lay the compass on top of the map, lining up your location and the rare plant location along the long edge of the compass. Note that the compass needle will not necessarily line up with north on the map, depending on which way you're standing. So next, while holding the map and compass together, turn your body until the compass needle is parallel to north on your map, as it is in this example. Then, turn the dial on your compass until the north point of the dial is lined up with the compass needle. Finally, you're ready to move. Look for the arrow on the compass that points away from the dial. In this example, the arrow is pointing you 150 degrees from your current location. Hike in the direction the arrow is pointing, being sure to keep the compass needle lined up with the N on the compass dial. If your compass has a polygon extending from the north on the dial and then moves as you move the dial, then be sure the compass needle remains within that polygon. Some people use the saying, "Keep red in the shed," to remember to keep the red compass needle within the polygon as they hike. This concludes the video on navigation during a rare plant survey. Please continue watching the remaining videos of the Rare Plant Monitoring Program to complete the training requirements.